Hello. I'm PaintedDog and welcome back to another episode of our City Skylines Let's Play series. The vanilla series. I hope you're having a lovely day. My day is actually quite good, thanks. Now we are sitting here, looking at the traffic, and I actually love the way the city is evolving. I really do. And I'm not growing too fast. Some people may be a bit angry because we aren't growing as fast as we can, but I like taking things slow. So let's get out of this view. Now let's take a quick peek. Our traffic's at 91%. Traffic's flowing everywhere. This is still a bit of a... Okay, not really anymore. That's great. This highway is getting used. Not as much as it could, but at least the traffic is mostly off of this road. So it's still a bit faster to just take the highway here and get to the agri-industry instead of going through here. I can make this even a bit more preferred by adding in a couple of stop signs or traffic lights in here, but I think for now it's fine. And our city is expanding, as you can see. Yeah, okay, garbage has piled up, but I added in this. Oh, just when I thought I had everything ready, I forgot to add in that. Okay, so I added in this. Is there... Yeah, they can get out of here, which is great. So, yeah, everything's expanding. I added in a couple of child health and elder care and such, and I'm adding in buildings here. More residential, because we want the city to grow. So I've added in that. I'm gonna add in a couple of pockets everywhere, as you all know. I'm gonna add in a couple of office buildings as well, because I want to have a couple of offices across from this park here. It's not the best thing to have here, but I think it will work. It's cleaner industry and we need more industry. So for this episode, what I really want to do is make a small neighborhood. Because we are chasing the airport still. We need 46,000, we are only at 33,000, basically 34,000. So we need about 8,000 more. No, sorry, 12,000 more. Or it was 42,000. It's 46,000 to get the airport. So we need 12,000 more. So we might have to do a bit more though zoning than I actually wanted to, but hey, that's why we are playing this game. So this episode, I'm thinking of taking this, making a small suburban area in here. Yeah, it's close to the highway and all that. It might be a bit busy, but I think it will be quite lovely to stay here. You have this view over the lake. All of those things are obscured by this hill, and I forgot to put off a change the depth of field. Let me quickly do that now, otherwise I think it's that one. Yeah, there you go. And you have these fishing anchovy fishing boats going through here. I think it's... Oh, don't look at that. That's just bad. But hey, it looks a bit worse for wear, but it works. I had to go a bit sharp here just to get the vehicles going over this. To actually take that down a bit, but hey, it's working. That's the main thing for now. If we make a next series, or when we make a next series, then we can go for a bit more aesthetics. I'm really trying to, but you all know I suck at that. So, I'm thinking going a bit different with this area, yeah? As you can see, we went a bit grid heavy everywhere, especially here. And, here we went a bit also grid, but more circular grids, which is actually... I like this. This is better if you want to chase population, but hey, we can't always have everything, eh? So for this, let's go ahead. I use bicycle lanes there, I believe. So let's extend this to about there. And this I'm just going to extend a little bit. Just a tiny bit. Let's go 12. I'm really tempted to place in a roundabout here, but I don't think this area will get too busy. Famous last words. I'm just going to do a little bit of zoning or building of roads on screen. I said I wanted to do things different, and then I went ahead and did a basic grid already. I guess I just can't get away from it, hey? But as I said, I want to, in my city, let's take out all these trees. Because I'm not sure if I should look into this, if you build over the road, or build over the trees, if that tree is demolished, or does it still count towards your tree limit? Okay, that was a bit loud. I'm sorry for that. I think it might be demolished, but I'm not quite sure. Only reason I stopped now is because that was really, really loud. I don't want to ruin your eardrums. I'm gonna take it up to there for now. And let's get a parallel road here. Parallel to the coastline there, I should say. And I can't really get a road through here because of this spaghetti here. But we have that small neighborhood. The only problem now is you only have one connection to this. And that's a real problem. But I'm going to extend a small tunnel through here. I think that will work. And on this side, we're going to do sort of the same thing. I won't really do anything, but we can make a small park maybe in there. I think that will work quite well. And as I said, this won't be the most exciting neighborhoods, but it will work for what it's intended for. Get it up to there. Parallel road. Take the road guidelines off for this one. Now this one might be a bit finicky. Just a little bit short on this one. I'm really tempted. And I'm gonna do it. Just to move it one block away. So we can get that one in. Up to about there. Put the road guidelines on again. And do something like that. As I said, not the most exciting, but at least this will work. And I'm gonna create a small, short bridge over here. Let's just see. Okay, that's 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3. 5, 6, 7, 8. Pillars aren't even across from here, but at least the on-ramps are even. So we have a way to get across here without using that road there. We have dedicated turning lanes on this side, which is great. I might even want to make this an asymmetric road, but I want the bicycle lanes. And on this side, I'm going to use a freeform tool for this one. Now, let's get that one down. And go page down. Just get over that. Do something like that. So now there's another way to get into this neighborhood from this side. I'm going to do a little bit of zoning in here, but not necessarily the most. And I'm going to zone off of these roads because I don't anticipate much traffic. The same here, I'm going to do a bit of shops there and on this side. Nothing in between, but yeah, a little bit of shops on that side. I'm going to want to do the same thing on this side, if I can. Yeah, that might be a bit close, eh? What in the name of all that's holy is that? Would it be great if we can get it going through there, but hey. Use the curve freeform tool. Get this sort of lined up. The coastline. Yeah, that will work. I'm just gonna tidy this up a bit. Make this a bit more rounded off. There you go. And now we can add in a couple of cul-de-sacs right here. Like I say, a couple, and I'll basically only be able... well, I'll be able to squeeze in two. I'm gonna do the same on this side. Yeah, something like that. So now we have a small neighborhood here. We have multiple ways to get into one. Not really multiple, two ways to get in, but it's really small, so I don't really worry too much about this. To get that one going through there. And yeah, something like this, just to get the basic services in. And I'm going to go through here because there's a road going through there, so I'm not really too bothered with this. The road going through there. And now I have to do something like that. There we go. Come on, dog, you have to do this. Get that ready. There you go. So that's basically zoned in. We need electricity. Since we have great coverage for this here, I'm really thinking that a couple of advanced wind turbines will be the way to go. Although, this might be an issue for fish. It's not the best looking, but hopefully it will work. I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to zone... you know what? I'm going to zone off this area. So we can get people living right next to the water. I think that will be quite lovely. So let me get the zoning in, and I'll see you now. And I did a bit of work off screen, quite a lot. It's actually an hour later. First things first, I connected the water pipes. I know someone might have been screaming at me, but I connected it up to the main grid. I added in, okay, I didn't add anything there. I added in cemeteries and basic healthcare around here. Fire station, police station, high school, elementary school. I placed in a bus line going in here and then a bus line going from this district to here, just to connect up to, so you can get the tram access from here, and as well as the metro to a tram to this, and a bus line to there, and also a ferry. You can also have access from a ferry to there, and also a bus line going from here all the way down here to this metro station and back. That's basically what I did. I added in a couple of parks, just custom dog parks that I created in the asset manager. And I added in this bit of road. So now let's start something else. I know I didn't really want to continue this road up anymore, but I think it would be quite nice to extend this just a little. And then we can add in maybe a park stretching from here to here, all the way to here. That's why I added in that bit there. I think that might look quite nice. Sorry, car. Just want to extend that a bit further. So I can get a straight hook up to that road. And I know you might be a bit fed up with nature parks, but I like the nature reserves. Let's get a main gate up there. And let's do a bit of zoning. Just like that. Then we're gonna curve it. Beach Animal Park. It's not really an animal park, eh? Let's get all that. I'm gonna leave that for now. And then work our way down here. Yeah, something like that. That's fine. Let's make it Beach Nature Park. There you go. Okay, now we have that. We can add in water pipes going through there. And add in maybe something like that. Yeah, that's fine. We can do a bit of zoning in here. I think would be okay. And obviously add in pedestrian pathways. Because you all know I like my pedestrian pathways. Will I be able to sneak one in there? Yes, I will. But I did delete that building, but that's okay. Okay, something like that. Now. We need to get the roads laid out. As always, I try to respect the topography, but not always as easy as it sounds. Get that curved under there. Let's get the side gate up. First things first, get that in. Get that connected. I might just be tempted to add in a small bit of road like this. Do I want to extend this? Maybe just a little, just a tiny bit, you know. And get that right there. Now, I don't really respect the topography there, but hey, sometimes you have to make do with what you've got. And I'm gonna leave it like that. And now we can add in just random roads heading off over here. Get that connected like that. Just something like that. You know, something like that, so we can get a couple of things in. So I'm not gonna make you sit through all this. let me get a couple of buildings in, and I'll bring you back as soon as that's done. And are you ready? Here's a park. And I know I messed up a little bit. I actually went ahead and I clicked on the zoo one, which was a mistake. So I went ahead and I changed the roads and took out the restrooms and everything in the nature reserve. And I placed a couple of tent sites and all that. And I also went ahead and added in some fishing cabins. And yeah, I did a bit of landscaping, adding in trees and such. So I'm really tempted to maybe place in a bit of commercial in here later on. Because let's face it, you need a bit of shopping sometimes. You forget to get all the stuff that you need for your camping trip. I think that might help us. And I added and changed up the entrances as well. Or the entrances as well to the nature reserve ones. And yeah, I think it looks quite lovely. And a small bridge, and a really long bridge actually. And another bridge. I think it will look quite well. I'm going to add in more buildings and residential areas in there and in here as well. I might even be tempted to slip a little bit in here, but I think for now that's fine. What I do want to do is, because I keep on forgetting, is I want to add in just a small pathway, maybe a park. I said I wanted to add in a park, but let's try and get one. So I need a small park main gate. Yeah, let's add one of those in right there. And let's extend this. As I said, I want this just a small park. I don't really want to upgrade this to max level. Just something like that. And let's get the rain heights up. And try and do something a bit sensible, but hey, it's me. Let's get a side gate up there. Something like that. And maybe a side gate there. So people can take a stroll on the close to the jetty, or what piers. I'm not quite sure what it's called now, but hey, that's okay. That's okay. You see, these assets are a bit too big for this, but these ones, hey, okay. Always a restroom close to the exit, so you can do your business right before you leave. That's always a thing that we have to have. And I don't like placing my cafes right next to this, but sometimes you just have to do what you have to do. Let's add in a couple of gazebos. Yeah, why not? Right next to the restroom. That would be fine. And see, these ones also a bit too big for this. Right in there, that's fine. Add in a couple of these. Like adding them at the gates and at intersections, because it makes sense. I just want to see if I have water supply here. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. I don't have an issue with that. Now, since it's a this sort of city park, let's add in. That's a bit too large. Let's add in a bit of greenery, shall we? I know it's a city park and not a nature reserve, but hey, greenery is always nice to have. Add in a couple of rocks. Now I'm going a bit fast, but you need to go a bit faster. To get it a bit more random at the end of the day, because I don't like always having the trees in a straight line. It's difficult sometimes because in my subconscious I really want to have straight lines of trees and all that, but I think if we can do it like this, it looks a bit better at the end of the day. The end result is a bit better. And those trees aren't too close to the road, which is great. That one is fine. Don't really want to have too many trees right next to the pier. I'm gonna call it the pier. I know it's not the word, but that's fine. It might be the word. I'm not sure. But I want people to have a nice view of the fairy stuff. But there we have a small park right here. Don't we already have a strawberry hill? Or strawberry nature reserve. Sorry. So now we have a small beach nature park in there. That might upgrade to the 5th level. And we have strawberry hill right there. Why did I keep this paused? So now it's just a waiting game at the end of the day. Okay. Let me quickly sort this dog out. She wants to go out. And I'll be back right now. Okay, dog sorted out. So let me quickly do something with this. Just on screen. So you can have a look at what I'm doing. And you can judge me harshly for this. The thing that I did here, if you're a bit more eagle-eyed, I downgraded these roads to a single lane and a single lane with asymmetrical there and asymmetrical there. Just to help aid the traffic. It's not always the more lines you have, or the wider the roads, the better the traffic will flow. Because the Sims are a bit on the dumb side. They want to cross a couple of lanes and all that. So I took that out and I downgraded it a bit. Hopefully that will work. So far it doesn't look too bad. It looks like it's doing its thing. And I'm quite happy with that. Because I don't like having Sims clog up the traffic just because they don't know how to work traffic signal or how traffic usually works. I really like these things right here. Can't tell you why, but I do like them. Adding a bit of ground cover. I'm not going to really do anything on this side yet. That might be something for another episode. But I want to add in a couple of trees and just get this thing looking a bit less sterile. Get a couple of larger trees in here. And I need a lot of trees on this side. And I need a focal point in here. I do like my boulders. That's a nice boulder. And everyone will get that reference. I might go a bit spammy with the trees, but that's okay. Those trees are a bit too big for that area. Now here, I might be tempted to place in a sort of straight line of trees. Right behind these buildings. And for this map, I'm basically using two types of trees. That one, basically the same, oak and tree with leaves, and then this conifer and this wild conifer. That's basically what I'm using. And now I'm actually extending it over to the other interchange. But that's fine. We do need a bit of greenery on this side as well. And we can do the same over there, and we need this to look a bit better at the end of the day. And I think that looks way better than it used to. Okay, so let's speed this up. Let's take a quick peek at the traffic first. At 90%. This is red, but traffic's flowing. This is fine now. A lot of traffic, but traffic's moving, which is great. This area is red, but still traffic's still moving. So in between episodes, oh, not really. I'm not going to do that in between episodes because we might boost this too far, but we can do a bit of zoning and get this place leveled up, or more citizens in here. That's actually what I wanted to say. And yeah, hopefully we'll be able to get, I believe we'll be able to get reach our milestone. One of the parks just upgraded, which is great. And our city is now going to sleep a bit. This doesn't look too bad, hey? I actually enjoy this. But I think this will be the end of this episode. We didn't do too much or too many exciting things. We extended this neighborhood just a little bit. We added in this nature reserve stretching from there to there. We added in this small suburban plot right there. And we finally added in a small city park in here. So for the next episode, I want to do something with this, because at this point this is wasted space. So I want to add in a small residential area in here with a small highway connection in here. This might get a bit busy, but hopefully not too busy. And hopefully this will alleviate some of the traffic through here. But just a small interchange here, just the over-under like we did right basically everywhere. Like this type of interchange, just over here, to get some traffic moving to this side for this suburb, and on this side as well. And I might be tempted to move it in here, but this, I don't really know if I'm going to do anything with this because the terrain's a bit wonky there. But that's the plan for the next episode. For now, I'm going to leave you with this view, and I hope you enjoyed this episode. If you did, tell me below if you liked it, and if you don't like it, that's really what I want to know. What you don't like about the videos. I want some feedback. But I hope you did enjoy it, and I hope to see you in the next one. Cheerio.